Welcome back as we take a vitally important conversation to the next level with some incredible new role players and stakeholders. I'm talking about the humble toilet, just a toilet, but when taken care of properly, it is as precious as gold. Precious because they prevent disease and they help keep children in school. That's the baseline. But they also feed the notion of self-worth. How much do I matter in this society? This is why Domestos has been on a mission to win the war against unsafe sanitation and poor hygiene, with a global commitment to help 100 million people by 2030. And we're going to do it. It is a massive endeavor, but completely now in our hands with your help. So two incredible individuals who have taken a stand to help fight the good fight. Catherine Constantinides, an environmentalist, a social activist and good friend, and Brent Lindeke, a new good friend who you might know as South Africa's bearer of good news. And boy, don't we need a little of that right now. He is the good things guy. Welcome to both of you. Kath, I'm going to start with you because this must be some validation for everything that you've been doing up until this point, a thankless job. What was this connection for you? How do you echo, and how does Domestos' work on the ground echo within what you are doing?
You know, it's such a privilege to work with a campaign like this. I've worked with Domestos on this campaign for the last few years, and World Toilet Day is coming up, and World Toilet Day is something that we don't talk about and don't highlight enough the importance of safe sanitation for children. And this aligned for me because I work on the ground in schools on a daily basis. I'm in schools and I understand fundamentally what it means to a child to have the opportunity of a safe toilet, of the opportunity of hygiene. Hygiene and sanitation are really unsexy, but so important for us to talk about. And what a brilliant opportunity for us to align ourselves, both of us, with a brand like Domestos, for us to really drive home the importance of sanitation, especially because sanitation, safe sanitation, means that children get to go to schools.
Yeah.
I have been there on the ground when Domestos opens a block of toilets. When you see children being given a beautiful toilet that they get to have within their school, within their community, what it means to them, we can't understand. So what a privilege it is to be involved with a purpose such as this and a campaign that is fundamentally changing the lives of on the ground with children.
Young children. I think that's where I first got brought on board, and it broke me. A young boy had passed away, age of 4. He had drowned in feces. My boy was 4 at the time, and I couldn't do the post. We were laughing about that fact that I literally sent them videos of me crying because I couldn't think of how to deal with that. You're not in the business of that kind of news.
Yeah.
Why was this such a powerful opportunity for you?
So one of my favorite quotes is, in times of tragedy, we need to look for the helpers because they will always be there.
Yeah.
And Domestos is the helper in this story. So we got these schools, we got the challenges, we speak about how every year we see stories of people, of little children passing away in these particular trends. It's happening all around us. But then you get a company like Domestos coming in and building toilets for these schools. That is a hero, that is a helper, and those are the stories we should really be celebrating.
Completely, because we feed off that. We've been making so much over the past World Cup successes of how we can rally behind these notions because we're an emotional country that's dealing with a lot. It needed to mature, though. It couldn't just be about putting toilets in. It needed to have a culture development within that. Now children are taking that culture home with them. Those that are maintaining these toilets at the schools are taking that culture on board. There is a sense of ownership within that. What is the best way that we adjust our mindset to help?
Each individual can and must make a difference. We largely are defining the world that we live in through the choices we make as a consumer.
Yeah.
You need to understand that what you do with your money really has an impact. So when you align to a brand and when you're purchasing your Domestos bottle, ultimately, you're making the choice to add value to communities where children need safe sanitation. Unstoppable together is ultimately what we're doing. Together, we're able to make a difference. You, as a consumer, are making a difference by aligning yourself to brands that are really purpose-driven, brands that are making a difference on the ground. So that is a simple way. Be that conscious consumer. Be that consumer that is making a difference through their purchasing decisions. And I think, you know, You can log on to Domestos website, go there, look for the Germ Buster song, teach your children that song. I've done that at home. I've done that in the schools
Got a 3-year-old, you've got to go through that gateway.
He's going to love it, absolutely. And this is something that affects, like you said, all of us. Each and every one of us in our homes is able to talk about sanitation, hygiene. But how do we take that out of our home into the communities around the table? Let's start talking about safe sanitation as an imperative and not just something that is available
nice to have.
few.
No, it's a basic human right. No one would touch child abuse, no one would touch alcoholism because of the gender-based violence as a result, and no one would touch toilets and sanitation. I mean, as a content creator or marketer, please, you're approaching this from completely the opposite. You're pretty sexy as a guy. This is, as Catherine said, the least sexy subject matter on the planet. But there is something so wholesome and beautiful about that. What is that thing for you? Inspire people out there to also use their voice like you use your voice.
Well, it's simple, right? That is, our voice is social media. We're on social media. We're using it every single day. Sometimes, even before I've had coffee, I wake up and I'm scrolling on social media. And I think that is a tool that we can use to have a voice and to make a difference. Catherine said it, when you're standing in the aisle and you're busy shopping, your rands make a difference because you're choosing what you're buying. And if a brand is doing good, you know that your money is going to a good place. So I think that's a good way to have the conversation. It's not a sexy conversation. World Toilet Day is coming up. But what do we say? You need to take a stand to take a seat.
Exactly. I think all of us are just dreaming of having a gold toilet. But the bottom line is we can joke about this, but there are kids, just like there are kids in South Africa that don't know what Christmas is, have no idea. There are kids that don't know what a toilet is. Well, what Domestos are doing right now speaks to the broadest networks within government, within schools, within education policy. That's how far we have come, because impact-driven influencers and businessmen and entrepreneurs have jumped on board. So thank you so much for being a part of this. I cannot wait till we get to go out there and I will experience firsthand seeing what that process is like. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's going to be a wild, emotional ride. It really will hit on so many triggers, pressure points within you, and that is good. There is a reason why that's happening, because this has to be addressed. They're our children. We all share this. It takes more than a village these days. It takes a country. But now we've got a plug-and-play way that you can make a difference. Every time you shop, you can prove that. And you can back someone who is putting their money where their mouth is and has done that for a while. So every time you enter into a shop and you buy yourself a bottle of Domestos, you are proving that point and you are helping them get there. So get into a store and directly contribute towards safer school sanitation for over 1 million learners per year. That's how far we've come already. Domestos also has the new toilet pledge, so please go and check out their Instagram page to find out how to take that pledge, make it real, make it black and white, and how to treat your own toilets as precious as gold, because I think we might be taking them for granted. You can also follow them online at Domestos South Africa. Go and check it out. There is inspiration like this every single day.